The starched lace edge of the domino tickled, and she pulled it off to give her nose a scratch. Her cousin's insistence on a masked ball was one more piece of her outrageous plan. The masks suggested an anonymity that made the reckless bolder, and the ill-mannered even more so. If the Earl could be warned before Udell sprung her trap, Juliana dared to hope everyone would walk away unscathed. Cousin Udell's ruthless determination to capture a title via marriage was beyond the pale and unsupportable. That her Aunt Hester had agreed to the scheme was only further proof that Juliana never should have come to London. Weeks of pinches, pokes, and petty insults made her more determined to thwart their plan and save some poor fellow from a life without love. Winchcombe, just out of mourning for his father, did not deserve the cruel fate her aunt and cousin planned for him. They were counting on his sense of honour, while they acted dishonourably. If she performed only one noble act before returning to Boston, it would be saving Winchcombe. "J.L., I presume?" A deep baritone, tinged with irritation, floated from the shadows. The dark figure of a man stepped out onto the edge of the path, the glint of moonlight on his silver domino the only visible clue to his presence. "Yes." Juliana stood and smoothed out her skirts. "My lord," she added quickly. Remembering the dozens of little faults in her speech and manner her aunt had found so lacking in a Boston native, she corrected her greeting. The informality of Boston society was considered rustic and rude here in London, and she must at all times strive to appear less foreign, at least according to her aunt and uncle. "Tell me why I was summoned and be quick about it." Rather than stepping forward to greet her, he kept himself shrouded in the shadows. "Your future is in peril," she blurted out. Oh dear. She had anticipated Winchcombe being curious, even grateful. Never once had she imagined that he'd be angry. Foolhardy. It was a bit late in her scheme to realise she hadn't much of a plan at all. "I read that bit. Is that all you have to say?" "If you'd come a bit closer, I'd have an easier time explaining." She took a step toward him. "Not a chance, my lovely." Holding up a white-gloved hand, he warned her away. "I have no intention of being caught alone with a young miss out in the garden. I'm sure you thought it a clever plot, but it isn't original. If you'll excuse me, I'll be getting back to my cards." "Wait, I beg you. Someone intends to trap you into a compromising situation this evening, but it isn't me." Even in the darkness, she could tell she'd finally earned his full attention. He stepped closer, still not out of the shadows, but close enough that she could now get a sense of him as a tall man with broad shoulders. "There's always some fool girl trying to trick a titled man into marriage. What makes you think I need help avoiding the parson's noose?" "Because this girl is quite calculating, my lord, and she has both a plan and her mother's support. She is accustomed to getting exactly what she wants, and tonight she wants you, Penry Chalford, the Earl of Winchcombe." "Who did you say?" "Penry Chalford, the Earl of—" "I'm Oliver Chalford," he interrupted with a shake of his head. His manner changed then. He stood taller and squared his shoulders, as if priming for battle. "I'm the Earl of Winchcombe." "Then who is—" Disaster. The footman had summoned the wrong man. "Who is Penry?" "Bloody hell, she's after my brother!" He made 2 quick strides toward her before reaching out from the shadows and grabbing her forearm. "Come with me." "My note wasn't meant for you, sir."